It was watching my own silver SUV glide past me while I stood on the sidewalk with 3 grocery bags cutting into my arms and my 2-year-old screaming against my shoulder. It was 105 degrees in Scottsdale. My shoes felt like they were melting into the asphalt. Sweat burned my eyes. Seth's tiny fingers dug into my collarbone. And there they were. My mother-in-law, Heather, behind the wheel, my sister-in-law, Tiffany, in the passenger seat. They didn't stop. They didn't slow down. They waved and kept driving my car, leaving me in the desert heat like I was nothing. Before I tell you who really owns the luxury house they were driving back to, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from and what time it is right now. I want to see how far this story travels. I made it one more block before my legs buckled. The asphalt radiated heat through my jeans as I sat on the curb, shielding Seth with my body. My phone was dead, my water bottle empty. I was 29 years old, sitting in the dirt, like something disposable. Then a shadow fell over us. Not a cloud, a lifted black Ford F-250. The window rolled down. My father, Steve. He didn't look surprised. He didn't look soft. He looked furious, the kind of fury that meant someone was about to lose their job on one of his construction sites. He didn't ask questions. He stepped out, lifted Seth from my arms. Get in. That was it. I climbed into the truck. My hands were shaking. Dad, it's not a big deal, I lied. I wanted the exercise. He didn't even glance at me. Don't lie to me, Healy. I saw them pass you. I saw Heather driving your car. The truck peeled back onto the road. We're going to the house. Don't speak. Just watch. We reached the gated community in 6 minutes. He parked the truck directly across the driveway, blocking them in. My SUV sat there, trunk open. Heather and Tiffany were unloading shopping bags like it was their personal runway. Heather looked up, annoyed. Steve, you're blocking the driveway. Tiffany has a showing in an hour. She's not going anywhere, Dad said calmly. Give me the keys. Heather laughed. We're borrowing it. Haley doesn't need a luxury SUV to change diapers. Tiffany's a realtor. Image matters. There it was, the logic of my marriage. My existence was practical. Tiffany's was aspirational. Therefore, she deserved my things. The front door opened. Elijah stepped out. Work-from-home polo shirt, irritated. He didn't ask if I was okay, didn't take Seth from me. He looked at the truck blocking the driveway. Steve, seriously, the HOA will fine us for commercial vehicles. He was worried about a $50 fine. I was worried about heat stroke. Dad didn't even look at him. The keys. Now. Heather's smile dropped. She handed them over. Dad tossed them to me. Get in your car, Haley. We're leaving. Elijah finally found his voice. You can't just take her. Dinner isn't even started. Dad turned slowly. You better learn how to use a stove, Elijah. She's done cooking for you. We drove to Dad's office. Silence. Cool air. Seth asleep in the back. In the conference room, Dad poured me water. Since when does Heather drive your car while you walk? Since always, I whispered. It got worse when Elijah started paying the rent. Dad frowned. Rent? He told me he bought that place. He tells everyone that. I opened my laptop. He pays $3,500 a month to Blue Horizon Holdings. He leaned in. Read the owner's name. He froze, then looked at me. You. I nodded. I am Blue Horizon Holdings. 3 years ago, Grandma left me an inheritance. I bought the house in cash, put it under an LLC, because I knew Heather had gambling debts, because I knew if they found out I had money, they'd drain me dry. Elijah thought he was paying a corporation. Every month he bragged about providing. Every month he threw the check on the counter. And every month I deposited it into a high-yield savings account for Seth. Dad leaned back slowly. You own the house. Yes. And they just kicked you out of it. Yes. Then my phone exploded. Texts from Elijah. Where are you? Mom is crying. You embarrassed us. Then a voicemail. If you're not back in 30 minutes, don't bother coming back. I'm changing the locks. Dad raised an eyebrow. He's changing the locks on your house. I opened our joint account. $412. It had $3,000 yesterday. Transfer to H. Miller. Heather drained it. Then I checked my credit alerts. New account opened. Platinum Visa. Credit limit $75,000. Balance $65,400. Billing address Tiffany Miller. Transaction $65,400 at a bridal salon. My stomach dropped. They opened a credit card in my name. Dad's voice turned ice cold. That's identity theft. They used my social security number for her wedding. They didn't just steal your car, Haley. They committed a felony. Something inside me snapped. The tears dried instantly. They thought I was a resource, something to harvest. Not anymore. I filed the police report. Identity theft, fraud, grand theft auto. Then I logged into Blue Horizon Holdings, Section 24B, immediate termination for criminal activity. I drafted the notice, signed it as property manager, printed it. The printer humming felt like victory. We drove back. My house, lights on, Heather on my couch with wine, Tiffany laughing, Elijah pacing. They threatened to lock me out. I unlocked the door with the master key. Landlords don't knock. They froze. You're being evicted, effective immediately. Elijah laughed until he saw the deed. I am Blue Horizon Holdings. Color drained from his face. Heather tried to scream. I placed the police report on the table. You stole $65,000 from me. She panicked, smashed a vase, scratched her arm, called 911 claiming assault. Dad calmly pointed at the security camera. You're live. Police arrived, watched the footage. 5 minutes later, Heather was in handcuffs. Elijah was removed for trespassing. Locks changed. Silence filled the house. Not tense, peaceful. Later, Elijah texted, "Can we talk about rent?" I replied once. Your lease has been terminated due to criminal activity. Contact my attorney. Then I blocked him. I stood by the window, my son asleep down the hall, the deed secure, the future safe. I didn't lose a husband. I removed a parasite.